My beloved child, before you close your eyes tonight, there is something you may have forgotten to notice. You made it through another day. Not a perfect day. Not necessarily an easy day. Maybe there were moments that exhausted you, conversations that stayed on your mind, responsibilities that demanded more than you wanted to give, and thoughts you never told anyone about. Yet here you are, at the end of it. And before you ask God for tomorrow's blessings, tonight I want you to discover the blessing hidden inside today. Because sometimes we become so focused on what we still need that we forget to thank God for what He already carried us through. Maybe the most powerful prayer you can pray tonight is not a prayer asking God to give you more, but a quiet prayer recognizing how much He has already given you. So for the next few moments, don't rush. Let the noise of the day become quieter. Let your breathing slow down. Let your heart come out of tomorrow for a moment and return to tonight. There is a reason this prayer begins with gratitude. Gratitude changes the way you look backward, and it can change the way you look forward. You may have entered this day expecting one thing and received something completely different. Maybe your plans changed. Maybe something you hoped would happen never happened. Maybe you spent much of today wondering whether you were making the right decisions. But even inside an imperfect day, there were small mercies you may have overlooked. The breath in your lungs. The ability to hear a voice you love. The food you were able to eat. The place where you can rest tonight. The strength that appeared when you thought you had none left. The moment you smiled without planning to. The little thing that worked out when you expected it not to. These moments may have seemed ordinary, but ordinary blessings are still blessings. And tonight, instead of allowing your mind to your word reminds us in Psalm 92 that it is good to give thanks to the Lord, and tonight I want to practice that goodness with a sincere heart. I don't want gratitude to become something I say only when everything goes my way. I want to learn how to recognize your goodness even when the day was complicated. I want to notice the gifts hidden inside ordinary moments. I want to become the kind of person who can look at a simple evening and realize that being here, breathing, resting, and having another opportunity to begin again are gifts I should never take for granted. And perhaps that is the first revelation tonight. You do not have to wait for something extraordinary before you have a reason to be grateful. Sometimes we imagine that we will finally thank God properly when the big breakthrough arrives, when the dream comes true, when the answer becomes obvious, when the financial burden disappears, when the relationship is restored, or when the future finally makes sense. But what if gratitude begins before the breakthrough? What if thanking God tonight is not ignoring what you still need, but recognizing that your life contains evidence of grace even while some chapters remain unfinished? You can be hopeful for tomorrow and grateful for today at the same time. You can ask God for provision while thanking Him for what you already have. You can desire change without despising the season you are currently living through. You can have questions and still have faith. You can be tired and still be thankful. And you can admit that today was difficult without declaring that God was absent from it. Lord, thank you for every time you gave me strength I did not know I had. Thank you for every moment you helped me continue when I wanted to stop trying. Thank you for the wisdom that came through experience. Thank you for the people who encouraged me. Thank you for the lessons that made me wiser. Thank you for the doors that opened, and even for the doors that did not, because I may not understand their purpose tonight. Thank you for every delay that gave me time to grow. Thank you for every quiet moment that allowed me to think. Thank you for every reminder that life is more than what I can accomplish in one day. And Lord, forgive me for the times I measured your goodness only by whether I received what I requested. Teach me to recognize you not only in the dramatic moments, but also in the quiet ones. Teach me to see grace in the details. Teach me to appreciate the things I once prayed for that have now become so familiar that I barely notice them. There may have been a time when you asked God for the very things you now consider normal. Maybe you once prayed for peace and now you have moments of peace you barely recognize. Maybe you once prayed for a new opportunity and now you are living inside an opportunity you once hoped for. Maybe you once asked for strength and today you realize you have survived things you never imagined you could handle. We often remember the prayer but forget the answer because the answer eventually became part of everyday life. Tonight, take a moment to remember. What has become ordinary that was once a prayer? What do you have today that your younger self would have considered a gift? What situation once seemed impossible that you eventually walked through? What person entered your life at exactly the moment you needed encouragement? What lesson did you learn that changed the way you think? What simple blessing would disappear tomorrow and suddenly become precious? Father, open my eyes to these things. Slow my heart down enough to recognize them. I don't want to rush past blessings simply because they are familiar. I don't want to spend my entire life waiting for the next big thing while missing the beauty of the thing already in front of me. Your word teaches in 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 18 to give thanks in all circumstances. Tonight, I understand that this does not mean pretending every circumstance is easy. It means believing that gratitude can still exist in the middle of an imperfect life. So tonight, I thank you even while I continue to hope. I thank you while I am still waiting. I thank you while some questions remain unanswered. I thank you because my circumstances do not have to be perfect for your presence to be meaningful. And now, Lord, as this day comes to an end, I want to thank you for something even deeper. Thank you for allowing me to begin again tomorrow. There are things I wish I had done differently today. There are words I wish I had chosen more carefully. There are moments I wish I could revisit. But I refuse to carry every mistake into my sleep as though I have been sentenced to repeat it forever. Tonight, I place my mistakes before you. Give me wisdom from them without allowing shame to become their permanent companion. Let tomorrow be an opportunity to grow rather than a courtroom where I endlessly judge yesterday. Give me the grace to forgive myself where I need to learn, the humility to apologize where I need to make things right, and the courage to become better without constantly punishing myself for being imperfect. Lord, thank you that one difficult day does not have to become a difficult life. Thank you that one mistake does not erase every good thing you are doing. Thank you that one disappointment does not determine my future. Thank you that tonight I can close my eyes without having to understand everything. I can rest because I do not have to manage the entire world while I sleep. There are things I cannot fix tonight, and I am finally willing to admit that. There are answers I cannot force tonight, and I am willing to wait. There are situations I cannot control tonight, and I place them into your hands. Let this room become a place of surrender. Let this night remind me that I am allowed to rest. My mind may still have questions, but my heart can become quiet. My plans may be unfinished, but I can still be grateful. My future may be unknown, but it is not outside your sight. And before this prayer ends, there is one more thing I want to thank you for, something deeper than circumstances, deeper than possessions, deeper than accomplishments. Thank you for being with me when nobody else knew what I was carrying. Thank you for seeing the version of me that smiles in public and struggles in private. Thank you for understanding the thoughts I cannot always explain. Thank you for staying near through ordinary mornings and complicated evenings. Thank you for every unseen moment in which I was given another chance to choose patience, kindness, courage, forgiveness, or faith. Tonight, I do not need a dramatic sign. I simply want to recognize your presence. And as I prepare to sleep, I want gratitude to be the final voice in my mind instead of worry. I want peace to have the final word instead of pressure. I want trust to be stronger than the questions I still carry. So, Father, thank you for today. Thank you for what I understood and what I did not. Thank you for what you gave me and what you taught me to wait for. Thank you for the moments I celebrated and the moments that quietly shaped me. Thank you for the strength to reach this night. And if tomorrow brings something unexpected, remind me that I do not have to meet tomorrow tonight. Tomorrow has its own grace. Tonight has its own purpose. And right now, my purpose is simply to rest, to breathe, and to remember that I have more reasons to be grateful than I have taken time to count. There is something else I want you to place in God's hands tonight, and it may be harder than anything you have thanked Him for so far, the things you cannot change. Think about how much energy the human heart spends trying to rewrite yesterday, predict tomorrow, understand every decision, and control every possible outcome. We replay conversations because we wish we had said something differently. We imagine future situations because we want to be prepared for every possibility. We carry unfinished responsibilities into bed as if worrying about them will somehow complete them faster. But tonight, you are allowed to stop. You are allowed to say, God, I have done what I can for today, and now I trust you with what remains. That sentence may feel simple, but sometimes surrender is one of the hardest acts of faith. You are not surrendering because you have stopped caring. You are surrendering because you recognize that some things were never yours to carry alone. Jesus taught his followers not to be consumed by tomorrow, because tomorrow has enough of its own concerns. That does not mean tomorrow is unimportant. It means tonight does not have to carry tomorrow. So breathe slowly, and let that truth settle into your heart. Father, I give you tomorrow. I give you the conversation I have been rehearsing in my mind. I give you the decision I have been trying to solve from every possible angle. I give you the person I cannot control. I give you the opportunity one am hoping for. I give you the result I have been afraid of. I give you the future I keep trying to predict. I give you the things I wish were different and the things I wish I could understand. I have carried them long enough for one night. Now I place them before you. If there is something I need to do tomorrow, give me wisdom when tomorrow comes. If there is something I need to release, give me courage. If there is something I need to wait for, give me patience. If there is something I need to learn, give me humility. But tonight, Lord, let me rest. There is a difference between preparing for tomorrow and living inside tomorrow before it arrives. I do not want to spend tonight suffering through situations that may never happen. I do not want to create entire stories in my mind and then react emotionally to things that do not exist. I want to return to this moment. This room. This breath. This night. This opportunity to be still. And perhaps that is another gift you have been offering me all along, the gift of now. I have been so focused on what comes next that I have forgotten that this moment is also part of my life. I have been waiting for a better season, a better answer, a better opportunity, a better version of myself, and meanwhile, days have quietly passed. Tonight I want to stop running past my own life. I want to notice the present. I want to hear the quiet. I want to appreciate the people who are still here. I want to be grateful for the chance to wake up tomorrow and try again. I want to understand that peace does not always come from having fewer problems. Sometimes peace begins when I stop demanding that every problem be solved before I allow myself to breathe. Lord, thank you for the gift of rest. Thank you for a place where I can close my eyes. Thank you for the ability to pause. Thank you for the quiet moments that remind me I am more than my productivity. I do not have to accomplish something every minute to have value. I do not have to prove myself tonight. I do not have to earn rest. I can simply receive it. And if today made me feel like I was not enough, remind me that my worth was never measured by how much I completed. If today made me compare myself with someone else, remind me that you did not ask me to live their life. If today made me question my progress, remind me that growth is not always visible while it is happening. Some of the most important things you are doing in a person's heart happen quietly. A seed does not look like a tree while it is underground, yet something is happening beneath the surface. Maybe that is what is happening in me. Maybe there are prayers I have spoken that have not produced visible answers yet, but they are changing me. Maybe patience is growing where frustration once lived. Maybe wisdom is growing where confusion once lived. Maybe compassion is growing because I have experienced something that taught me how to understand another person's struggle. Maybe faith is becoming deeper because I learned that trusting you does not always mean knowing what comes next. I thank you for those invisible changes. I thank you for growth I cannot measure. I thank you for becoming more patient with me than I have been with myself. And now, Lord, I want to thank you for the people in my life. Some have stayed for years. Some appeared for only a season. Some taught me through kindness. Others taught me through difficult experiences. Some encouraged me when I needed it most. Some challenged me in ways I did not appreciate at first. Tonight, I choose to be grateful for the lessons each relationship has brought. Help me not to focus only on who left, but also to appreciate who remains. Help me not to measure love only by the people who could not stay, but by the people who continue to show up. Help me become better at recognizing quiet loyalty. There may be someone who cares about me more than I realize. There may be someone who has prayed for me without telling me. There may be someone who has encouraged me in a small way that I almost forgot. Lord, teach me to value those moments. And if there are relationships that need healing, give me wisdom about my part in that healing. If I owe someone an apology, give me humility that if I need to forgive, help my heart move toward freedom. If I need healthy boundaries, give me courage to establish them with grace. I do not want to take bitterness into my sleep. I do not want to give yesterday's pain permission to occupy every corner of tomorrow. I want to release what I can release tonight. Not because everything was acceptable, but because I refuse to let old pain become the author of my future. Father, I thank you for every lesson that made me wiser without making me colder. Thank you for every experience that taught me compassion without taking away my ability to trust. Thank you for every moment that reminded me that I still have room to grow. And now I want to thank you for something that many people forget to thank you for, the times you said no. There are prayers I once desperately wanted you to answer in a particular way, and now, looking back, I can see that perhaps the answer I wanted was not the answer I needed. I could not see the whole picture. I only saw one possibility. I thought I knew what would make me happy, but you knew what would shape me. I thought I knew what I needed, but you saw needs I could not recognize. So tonight, even for the closed doors I did not understand, I choose gratitude. Not because every closed door was easy, but because I trust that my limited perspective is not the same as your wisdom. There are things I may never fully understand, and I am learning that peace does not require complete explanation. Sometimes faith means saying, I don't know why this happened, but I still believe you can lead me forward. That kind of faith is different from pretending. It is honest. It admits the questions while choosing trust. And maybe someone listening tonight has been waiting for an explanation for a long time. Maybe you have asked why something ended. Why an opportunity disappeared. Why a plan changed. Why a person could not stay. Why a certain season lasted longer than expected. You may never receive the exact explanation you imagined. But you can still ask God for something even more valuable. Wisdom for what comes next. You can ask Him to take what happened and teach you how to live differently because of it. You can ask Him to transform the experience into maturity rather than resentment. You can ask Him to help you carry the lesson without carrying the weight forever. Lord, tonight I choose to thank you for what I understand and trust you with what I do not. Thank you for the answers I recognize and the answers I may only recognize years from now. Thank you for the moments that made sense immediately and the moments whose meaning is still unfolding. Thank you for reminding me that my story is not finished simply because one chapter became difficult. Thank you that a chapter can end without the whole story ending. Thank you that tomorrow can hold something I cannot see tonight. And as I lie here, I want to remember something important. Gratitude is not just about looking backward. It changes the way I enter tomorrow. When I fall asleep thanking you, I do not wake up with a completely different life. But I can wake up asking, God, what can I learn today, instead of immediately demanding that today give me everything I want. That shift may seem small, but small shifts repeated over time can change an entire life. So tonight, before sleep takes over, I choose to end this day differently. I will not let the last thoughts of the night be a list of everything that went wrong. I will remember what was good. I will remember who was kind. I will remember the moments of peace. I will remember the strength I was given. I will remember that I made it here. And if my mind tries to return to every unfinished problem, I will gently bring it back to gratitude. Father, thank you for this night. Thank you for the silence. Thank you for the chance to breathe. Thank you for the lessons of today. Thank you for the opportunities of tomorrow. Thank you for every visible blessing and every hidden mercy. And most of all, thank you for reminding me that I do not have to carry everything into bed with me. Some things can remain in your hands while I sleep. Before you fall asleep tonight, I want you to think about one more kind of gratitude, the gratitude that comes from realizing you survived days you once believed would completely overwhelm you. There are chapters of your life you rarely talk about now, but they still deserve to be remembered for one reason: they showed you that you could keep going. You may not have felt strong while you were walking through them. You may have cried. You may have questioned yourself. You may have wondered whether things would ever feel normal again. But somehow, one morning followed another, one day followed another, and eventually you found yourself standing on the other side of something you once thought would never end. Tonight, do not only thank God for the beautiful moments. Thank Him for the strength that carried you through the difficult ones. Thank Him for the wisdom that came slowly. Thank Him for the people who appeared at the right time. Thank Him for the moments when you were given just enough strength for one more step. And if you are still walking through something difficult right now, do not assume that because the chapter is unfinished, God has stopped working. Some stories are being written while you are reading them. Some answers are developing while you are waiting for them. Some changes begin so quietly that you only recognize them when you look back. Father, tonight I thank you for every day I thought I could not handle but somehow did. Thank you for every morning that came after a difficult night. Thank you for every small reason that helped me keep moving. Thank you for the people who reminded me that I was not alone. Thank you for the moments of unexpected laughter that interrupted serious seasons. Thank you for the strength that appeared at exactly the moment I needed it. Thank you for the wisdom I gained through experiences I would never have chosen. And Lord, I want to thank you for the person I am becoming. I may not be everything I want to be yet, but I am not who I used to be. There are things I understand now that I did not understand before. There are things I no longer chase because I have learned what truly matters. There are things I used to fear that no longer control me. There are things I once believed I could not live without that I now understand were never the source of my identity. Thank you for that growth. Thank you for every quiet transformation that happened without anyone applauding it. Thank you for teaching me that becoming stronger does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like choosing peace when I could have reacted. Sometimes it looks like walking away from an argument. Sometimes it looks like forgiving someone without returning to the same situation. Sometimes it looks like saying no when I used to say yes out of fear. Sometimes it looks like resting instead of feeling guilty for resting. Sometimes it looks like asking for help instead of pretending to have everything under control. These may seem like small things, but you see every one of them. And tonight I want to celebrate progress instead of demanding perfection from myself. Maybe tomorrow I will still have areas where I need to grow, but I do not need to solve my entire life before I go to sleep. I can let today be today. I can let tomorrow be tomorrow. I can let you be God. There is freedom in that. There is peace in admitting that I am not responsible for controlling everything. So, Father, tonight I surrender my need to know what happens next. I surrender my need to predict every outcome. I surrender the pressure to have my entire future figured out. I surrender the fear that if I stop worrying, something will go wrong. Teach me that worry is not the same thing as preparation. Teach me that constantly thinking about a problem does not give me more control over it. Teach me to do what I can, pray about what I cannot, and rest when the day is finished. If something needs my attention tomorrow, let tomorrow bring the wisdom for it. If a conversation needs to happen, give me the right words when the time comes. If a decision needs to be made, give me clarity when I need it. If an opportunity arrives, give me discernment. If something does not work out, give me the ability to trust that my life is not over because one plan changed. And if I wake during the night with anxious thoughts, remind me that I can return them to you. I do not need to solve tomorrow at 2 in the morning. I do not need to replay yesterday while lying in bed. I can breathe. I can pray. I can rest. I can trust. Your presence is enough for this moment. And perhaps there is someone listening who has been carrying guilt into every night. Maybe you keep remembering something you said, something you did, or something you failed to do. Maybe you have been punishing yourself for a mistake long after you learned the lesson it was supposed to teach you. Tonight, I want you to understand that repentance and self-condemnation are not the same thing. When you recognize a mistake, you can bring it honestly before God. You can learn. You can make things right when possible. You can change your behavior. But you do not have to spend the rest of your life proving that you regret something by refusing yourself peace. Father, help me release the mistakes I have already brought to you. Where I need to grow, show me. Where I need to apologize, give me courage. Where I need to make something right, guide my steps. But where I simply need to accept that the past cannot be changed, give me grace. I do not want to carry yesterday as a permanent sentence. I want to carry its wisdom and leave its weight behind. Tonight, I thank you for mercy. Thank you that my worst moment does not have to become my identity. Thank you that I can learn without remaining trapped in shame. Thank you that tomorrow gives me another opportunity to practice what I learned today. And now, Lord, I want to thank you for the gift of forgiveness. Thank you for every time you gave me another chance. Thank you for the people who forgave me when I did not deserve an easy response. Thank you for the strength to forgive others when holding on to resentment felt easier. And if there is someone I still need to forgive, help me begin releasing them from the space they occupy in my heart. Forgiveness does not mean pretending nothing happened. It means refusing to let what happened own every tomorrow. Tonight, I choose freedom. I choose peace. I choose to let you handle what I cannot fix. There is another thing I want to place before you now, my relationships. Watch over the people I love while I sleep. Give them peace where they are carrying stress. Give them strength where they feel tired. Give them wisdom where they are uncertain. Bring comfort to those who feel alone. Help me become more intentional with the people you have placed in my life. Do not let me wait until someone is gone to realize how valuable they were. Teach me to say thank you while I have the opportunity. Teach me to appreciate the small acts of kindness that are easy to overlook. Teach me to listen when someone needs to be heard instead of immediately trying to fix everything. Teach me to be present. Because one day, I may realize that some of the moments I considered ordinary were actually some of the most precious moments of my life. A conversation at the kitchen table. A laugh that lasted longer than expected. A familiar voice asking how my day went. A quiet drive. A meal shared with someone I love. A simple message arriving at the right moment. These things do not always look extraordinary while they are happening. Yet years later, they can become the memories we treasure most. So tonight, I thank you for ordinary moments. I thank you for the beauty that does not announce itself. I thank you for the blessings that do not make headlines. I thank you for the quiet evidence that life is still full of goodness. And Father, as sleep approaches, help my mind become quiet enough to notice your peace. I do not need every thought to disappear. I simply need to stop following every thought. Let thoughts come and go without becoming my master. When my mind brings me tomorrow's responsibilities, remind me that tomorrow will arrive in its own time. When my mind brings me yesterday's mistakes, remind me that I have already learned from them. When my mind brings me fears about the future, remind me that I have survived uncertainty before. And when my mind becomes tired from trying to understand everything, let me remember that faith does not require complete understanding. Sometimes faith is simply saying, God, I trust you with what I cannot see. So tonight, I choose that trust. I may not know what tomorrow will bring, but I know that I do not have to face it tonight. I may not know how every situation will resolve, but I know that worry cannot resolve it for me. I may not know which opportunities will remain or which ones will change, but I can ask for wisdom instead of demanding certainty. I may not know what the next season holds, but I can be grateful for the season I am in right now. And before I close my eyes, I want to thank you for one final gift in this moment, the ability to begin again. Tomorrow does not have to be a continuation of every mistake I made today. It can be a fresh opportunity to choose differently. I can speak with more kindness. I can slow down. I can listen. I can pray before reacting. I can notice what is good. I can choose gratitude before complaint. I can take one faithful step instead of demanding that I see the entire road. Thank you, Father, for another beginning waiting on the other side of this night. Thank you for the possibility that tomorrow may hold a moment I cannot imagine tonight. Thank you for the people I have yet to meet, the lessons I have yet to learn, the prayers I have yet to pray, and the memories I have yet to make. Thank you that my story is still unfolding. Tonight I will not demand that I know the ending. I will simply be grateful that there is another page. And as I prepare to sleep, I place that page in your hands. My beloved child, as this night becomes quieter, I want you to stop searching for one more thing to fix and simply receive this moment as a gift. You have carried enough for one day. You have thought enough, planned enough, questioned enough, and tried enough. Tonight, gratitude is going to become your way of releasing the day. Father, thank you for bringing me to this moment. Thank you for every breath, every heartbeat, every opportunity, every lesson, every person, every quiet mercy, and every second chance. Thank you for the things I noticed and the things I almost missed. Thank you for the moments that made me smile and the moments that taught me something valuable. Thank you for the strength that carried me through the parts of today that were not easy. Thank you for the ability to close my eyes tonight knowing that I do not have to solve everything before morning. I place my unfinished work in your hands. I place my unanswered questions in your hands. I place my relationships, responsibilities, hopes, disappointments, and plans in your hands. I place the things I understand beside the things I do not understand, and I trust you with all of them. Lord, if there is anything inside my heart that I have been holding too tightly, help me release it. If there is a thought I keep replaying, give me peace. If there is a conversation I cannot stop remembering, give me perspective. If there is a future I am afraid to face, remind me that I do not have to live tomorrow tonight. If there is something I cannot change, help me accept it. If there is something I can change, give me courage to take the right step when the time comes. And if there is something I have been asking you for over and over again, help me trust your timing without losing hope. I do not want my gratitude to depend on receiving everything I ask for. I want my gratitude to come from knowing that you are still worthy of my trust while I wait. There is a quiet strength in being able to say, God, I am still waiting, but I am still grateful. I am still hopeful, even though I do not have every answer. I am still believing, even though I cannot see the entire path. I am still thankful, even though some parts of my story remain unfinished. And perhaps that is the kind of gratitude that changes a person, not gratitude that comes only after everything becomes perfect, but gratitude that learns to recognize God's presence while the story is still being written. Tonight, I thank you for the things I cannot see yet. Thank you for the possibilities that tomorrow holds. Thank you for opportunities that have not arrived. Thank you for lessons I have not learned. Thank you for people whose paths have not crossed mine yet. Thank you for prayers I have not thought to pray. Thank you for the ways you may be working quietly beyond my awareness. I do not need to know every detail to trust that my life is not meaningless. I do not need to know exactly what comes next to believe that tomorrow is worth entering. And Father, if this prayer reaches someone tonight who feels completely exhausted, let them feel permission to rest. If they have been carrying responsibilities that seem too heavy, remind them that they can ask for help. If they have been trying to appear strong for everyone else, remind them that they are allowed to be honest with you. If their heart feels full of questions, remind them that questions do not make faith disappear. If they feel behind in life, remind them that comparison is not their calling. If they feel like everyone else is moving forward while they are standing still, remind them that growth is not always visible from the outside. If they are waiting for something they deeply desire, give them patience without taking away their hope. And if they are carrying regret, let your mercy become louder than their self-criticism. Tonight, let them understand that they do not have to earn tomorrow by being perfect today. They can simply rest. They can breathe. They can close their eyes knowing that one unfinished day does not mean they failed at life. Tomorrow will bring another opportunity to learn, love, serve, grow, and begin again. Lord, thank you for beginnings. Thank you for mornings. Thank you for sunlight coming through the window. Thank you for the simple miracle of waking up with another chance. Thank you for the people who will smile at us tomorrow. Thank you for the conversations we have not had yet. Thank you for the small moments of joy that may be waiting in places we would normally overlook. Help us not to rush past them. Help us notice. Help us slow down enough to recognize the beauty that already surrounds us. Sometimes we ask you for something extraordinary while you are quietly reminding us that life itself contains countless ordinary miracles. The ability to breathe. The ability to think. The ability to love. The ability to laugh. The ability to learn. The ability to forgive. The ability to start over. These are gifts we can easily overlook because they are present so often. Tonight, I do not want familiarity to make me ungrateful. I want to see with fresh eyes. I want to wake up tomorrow and recognize that another day is not something I am owed, it is another opportunity. Another opportunity to be kinder. Another opportunity to be wiser. Another opportunity to love someone better. Another opportunity to correct something I handled poorly. Another opportunity to enjoy something simple. Another opportunity to draw closer to you. And Lord, if tomorrow does not go exactly as planned, help me remember this prayer. Help me remember that gratitude is not cancelled by inconvenience. Faith is not cancelled by uncertainty. Peace is not cancelled by an unexpected change. Let me carry tonight's surrender into tomorrow's decisions. Let me remember that I can pause before reacting. I trust you with what I cannot see. I forgive what I can release. I learn from what I cannot change. And I rest knowing that tomorrow does not need to be solved tonight. The day is finished. The work can wait. The questions can wait. The plans can wait. For this moment, I simply breathe, give thanks, and rest. And when morning comes, I will begin again with a heart that remembers how much there is to be grateful for.